Hello, girl. What you thinkers? Today we're going to be talking about the spooky, ooky, kooky world we live in and all of its mysteries and everything else. Today, I am a princess queen from the lore of Girl Think Aurora. And we have here, Hannah, why don't you tell the viewers what you are this Halloween season?
Well, if you follow me personally at Hanny Mitchell or Mitch, I don't know, on Instagram, I posted about this costume because I wore it to our pumpkin carving. So,
and what are you?
I am holy guacamole. These are little avocados.
You're also a eye test. You're an eye exam because you got to have some 20/20 vision to see those avocados.
Not if you're up close. You can tell what they are.
Yeah, but they're basically little baby avocados.
They're cute.
I think you have a super cute costume, and I have a whole outfit, but this is just the crown.
Yeah, it's just like too much to get fully. I have wings too, but
we're not gonna do all that. We need to get out by Friday. Speaking of out, we have a very special episode here for you. Today we're going to be talking about everything magical, everything supernatural. Do you believe in aliens, mystical creatures? Do you believe in ghosts? Ooh, everything, ghouls and goblins, everything that is all about the Halloween season. Hannah recently had an employment, a job that
there's a little bit of some freelance work.
Yeah, and it gave me this idea to talk about this for a Halloween episode. Hannah, what did you have to do?
So there's a man, I won't say his name, not that he's ever going to watch this or listen to this, but just in case.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like a geologist. He owns a couple companies where I live. And he is writing a book about how there's life on Mars. And not just like, oh, there's maybe some greenery or some water. Not like that kind of life. Like aliens and flying saucers.
Like so your Halo.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he had me, look at the little sparkle on my décolletage. He had me editing photos that he has from Mars so that he could use them in his book.
Now, Hannah, did you see any flying saucers? Do you feel like that was perfect evidence that there is aliens out there?
The pictures were pretty grainy.
I feel like we have this like weird banter going on right now. Hey, Hannah.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I feel like we're like doing
because you already know the story.
Yeah, because I'm like, so what happened next?
Yeah. But no, the pictures are really grainy. So, because they were just taken off NASA's website. Because it's not like he has like drones up in Mars. I couldn't really see the stuff he was talking about. But I tried my best to go with the flow. Go with that
paycheck.
Yep.
Yeah, girl.
So I just kind of edited the photos, brightened them up, isolated some of the saucers, aliens.
Did he say that
water?
There are aliens?
There's water.
There's aliens?
Yes. He said He said yes. He's like, do you see that alien? I'm like,
did you see the alien? Truly? Oh, my Lansum.
But I didn't want to make him feel bad.
Right.
And I wanted to get paid.
Because maybe he really sees something that we don't.
Right, because I don't study geology and rocks and rock formations. And he was saying that to a
A normal.
eye, they're just going to think it's rocks. But somebody who's trained to look at rocks, they're going to think it's something different, I guess.
That's
which is
very
what
interesting.
he said.
So maybe the aliens on Mars are like rock aliens.
Like the rock,
like the
people
flat
from Frozen.
Yeah,
maybe. But he said they have like they have a more sophisticated society than we do. Well, and I don't know if he said sophisticated, but like
flat.
But I meant he means like, because like flying saucers, we don't have flying saucers or like flying cars, really.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't even like hovercrafts. We don't have any of that stuff. So
well, what do you believe in aliens? Yes or no?
I feel like no, but then also you never know. Like the outer space is literally, it goes on forever. Like,
yeah.
So, and there's no way we will ever be able to explore all the way out into,
at least in our lifetime,
past
it'll be, I couldn't even imagine. That would be insane if we found like well, maybe not necessarily searching the entire galaxy, but getting further enough to actually find another life form. That'd be insane. What if it's all fake? That's what I'm scared of. It was all just like,
what if what's fake?
Space. Yeah, like why are humans the only one on the third planet? Like why? It's just so odd.
That's why you don't ever know, really, truly.
Yeah, unless you're out there. I've never been to space. I have no idea. I'm literally in a crown. Fake crown on the internet. So anything is possible. I have a family alien story.
Okay.
One time, my aunt and my uncle, this is about 30 years ago, they were, just a disclaimer, my aunt and uncle, well, my dad's aunt and uncle, you know, a popular drug in the 70s was a little drug called meth. Just kidding. Well, speed or coke or whatever they were on something, okay? Probably coke. I don't know. But they were on some type of a stimulant. And so they took a little weekend vacation to Salton Sea, which is like a lake, and it's a big deserty lake area. And the story goes, when they spent the weekend at Salton Sea, one night, as everybody was going to bed, my uncle saw like a little light in the sky, like doing these weird configurations, just like making a plus sign with lights, like just going back and forth. And he like was checking it out, and it kept happening, and then it would like go away, and then it would come back, and it was the weirdest thing. And then he saw the light like crash land on something, and it got to the point where like he saw the saucer arrive in the lake, but like on the other end, and he like rushed our cousins inside the camper. He was like, get inside, like there's crazy shit happening. And he locked the doors to the RV, and he looked out at the saucer that he saw, and there was like an alien that walked out. He had a big white head, a full white body, but his head was disproportional to the body. It was just all white. And there was a woman in the water, and my uncle says that the alien walked out of the ship, lifted up the girl. She's some blonde lady girl, and she was like unconscious. The alien picked her up, took her back into the ship, and the ship like the door closed, and then my uncle went inside. And then there was like a bunch of campers around the lake, and they say when they woke up, all the campers were gone, that they were the only camper there. I was told that story when I was very little. But my uncle was like he was disabled by alcoholism. So at the time, they're not the most credible source, and who knows why they saw those things. But the little kids, the cousins, they claim that it was, that they saw the thing in the sky and they went inside. But when you're little and your dad tells you, like, oh, do you see that thing? Like, get inside. And if he's all drugged up, you never know. But they swear to this day, hands down, like, they swear, like, we weren't hallucinating. The aliens were there. They swear that they saw it. So I grew up thinking aliens are real. They're fully white with a huge circular head. And
do you still think that? Or
no.
That's just what you thought when you were little.
That's what I thought when my alcoholic family would tell me stories. As I drink wine, it's not even like that. But as I grew up, I told my dad, I was like, oh my gosh, remember that story about when this uncle saw the alien? He was like, yeah, honey, but they did a lot of drugs. And I was like, oh, okay. So aliens have a reputation of being told by people who are not very intelligent or under the influence of some type of hallucinogenic. Mm-hmm. So do I think they're real? No. Do I think that there's life, and life being defined as like plants or cells on another planet? Yeah. I think there's another life form. But the stereotypical human-like alien? Probably not. Now, Hannah.
Yeah.
That's enough about aliens. Because we don't have any evidence. You edited pictures. That's as like far as I've ever heard anyone go with aliens. But you have a theory about mythical creatures. Why? I haven't heard your side on this, and I'm really interested to hear.
I don't really have any evidence, if I'm being honest.
Is it because you watched H2O as a kid? As a kid?
No, they don't look like those.
All right, girl. What's your theory?
I think mermaids are real. I think mermaids are real. But they don't look like Ariel or like aquamarine kind of mermaids. Mm-hmm. They more look like, have you seen Harry Potter?
Yeah.
The fourth one?
Mm-hmm.
When they have to rescue the people from the ocean or the lake. Yeah,
they're like trapped under.
They're like those nasty mermaids.
Mm-hmm. Where it's like they're kind of.
They're like gross. They look more like fish than people.
Mm-hmm. It's like if evolution.
I don't think they're people. Like I don't think it's like me and I put a tail on and I'm like, I'm a mermaid.
You believe that they're
like that? Yeah, I think so.
Why haven't we found them yet?
Because we have not explored every single inch of the entire sea, of all seas. And then even if you were coming close to them, they obviously can swim, so they'll swim away. They don't want to be disturbed.
And you think that they have the intellect of a person?
No.
Then how come they're not as smart as any other fish? Like, doesn't every fish swim away?
I mean, yeah, but I don't know.
Or like, we just haven't found them yet?
Yeah.
Ooh.
What if they're in like the depths? Like the deep, like the bottom of the ocean?
I like to think if I'm on your side with the mermaids being real, what if they have the intellect of humans, but underwater humans?
Or that too.
And then, they have their own depth civilization. What if they don't even know that? Like, there's theories of land humans.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah. And then we develop like surgeries to where they can either come to land or we can go to water. And you don't have to hear anybody talk. If you're an introvert, you can just become a mermaid and then just like chill underwater and be like blah blah blah. They probably have like a whole nother way of communication. Sonar.
Yeah.
Sign language. Did you ever play mermaids?
Mermaid sign language. Oh yeah, of course. When I was growing up, I had a pool in my backyard, so.
Of course you played mermaids.
Yeah.
Did you have like
mermaids, pirates?
What kind of mermaid were you?
What do you mean?
Well, when I played mermaids with my stepsister, she was the good mermaid who was, all white and peaceful. And she would stay in the shallow end because she couldn't swim very well. And I was the dark, evil mermaid that could go to the deep end, and I would stay underwater longer. So I was like an evil mermaid.
I think I was a good mermaid. I played with my cousins.
Because there's evil.
Well, we'd actually play we'd play like you'd have to capture. Like the boys would be the capturers, and then they'd have to capture the mermaid.
That's kind of hot.
They're my cousins.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
And I was like 6 or 7.
Sorry. I shouldn't have said that. But imagine,
that's what we played.
Like if it was now, like you have to catch us.
No. I'd be like, get the fuck away from me.
I'm built different. I'm sorry. I'm just built different.
You're just a little
sprung.
Hyped up.
I'm a little hyper. A little hyped. Anyway.
I feel like that's the only like mythical creature. Like I don't believe in unicorns.
Oh no. No, maybe like a modification of horns.
Huh?
Like if one, because there's like mutations that happen naturally in nature. And so like if there's like a deer who can't grow 2 horns and he just grows 1, it's a unicorn.
Or like a Pegasus.
Oh my gosh, I wish Pegasuses were real. That would probably
be cool.
I would love
That'd be scary. Imagine you just were like walking and you just saw a horse flying.
You don't have very large flying creatures. We don't have a lot of.
We do, just not around here.
Like what? Well, we have the California condor.
And that's that thing's huge.
I've never seen one.
Not even at the zoo or anything?
I've seen one at the zoo. I've seen a dead one. Oh. Because aren't they kind of endangered?
Probably.
There was like I don't think it was dead. I think it was just like a model. And my little kid brain was like, it's dead. But it was like
their wingspan?
Their wingspan, yeah.
Those suckers are huge. But it's just because like if they flew closer to the ground, we'd be like, whoa. But like because they're up high, they don't look that big, you know?
Besides that, like what things are really big flying through the air? We don't have a lot of big
better animals.
Yeah, like no matter where you are, like any country, like in the world, like what animal do we have that really flies?
I don't know.
Like a horse flying, Pegasus? That shit would be crazy. Just
I know.
And then you can ride it. That's because my jewels are talking to me.
Yeah.
I'm riding Pegasus.
I guess that's it. The birds, giant birds.
I think we take for granted the creatures that we have on Earth today. Snakes, I think, are kind of mythical. They're gross.
I hate snakes. Kill them all.
There's no purpose for them.
I don't think so.
They eat mice.
Yeah, but mice are cute.
They like cheese. Kill me then.
Right.
Kill me then.
I really don't like snakes.
I wouldn't mind owning a snake.
Well, don't ever invite me over if you own a snake.
You've never been over anyway.
That's the tea.
I think I've always had this deep desire to be an evil queen.
I think so too.
For me?
Yeah, for you.
I want to sit the tag. I stabbed someone when I was younger. I've always
That's a funny story.
Sit in a chair with like a tiny black snake like around my hand.
Ew.
And if I were to play a game, I'd want to be either the dad character or I'd want to be the evil character. I never wanted to be like, I want to be the mom. Or I was never like, I want to be the princess. I was always like, could I be the witch who casts a spell on the entire nation. Witchcraft. Do you believe in witchcraft?
I don't know.
Witchcraft?
Kind of.
What are you talking about? Kind of?
Kind of. I don't know. When I went to New Orleans, they have all these like tours and stuff of like witch stuff. We didn't do them, but I want to go back and do them.
Was it convincing? Oh, you didn't do it?
Well, I didn't do it. But like,
we should go.
Yeah, let's go. I want to do them all and like all the haunted places in New Orleans.
That'd be so fun. Could you imagine?
Yeah. So, I don't know. Like, I feel like maybe if I saw it in person.
Yeah. I mean, that goes for everything, right?
I guess, yeah.
Pegasus.
Seeing isn't believing. Believing is seeing.
What about the little magics, miracles that we encounter every day? I am recently like a newfound believer in manifestation. Manifest it. I think that shit is so real. But only because like, it recently worked for me.
Like, you mean like, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire. And then like a year later, you're like, look at all my millions of dollars. Is that what you mean? Like, if you say it and you believe it's going to happen to you, it will.
Yeah, like Jim Carrey, he was like, I wrote a check for $1 million and I put it in my wallet when I was dead broke. And a year later, 5 years later, after I made Ace Ventura, I was able to cash that check that I kept. Like, if you keep a goal in mind long enough, you will. Oh, you're breaking out. You're a bit fuzzy.
Sorry. You look fine on my end.
Good. I've manifested a lot of things and it not come true. Usually crushes.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like that kind of goes into like religion and stuff of like when people say like, oh, God has a plan for you and like all that stuff. So I feel like a lot of people probably have different views on that.
What's your view?
I don't think you can, like, I think things happen for a reason, but I don't think like your whole life is already planned out for you, like before you're born or whatever. When you're in the womb, you know?
I kind of do. Did you read Oedipus in high school?
No.
It's all about fate and how your life is going to play out exactly how it's going to play out. Oh my goodness. Is that your mom?
No. It's my neighbor.
That's your neighbor?
My window's open.
You should say, bless you. She's an alien trying to send you a signal. I really believe in fate and that everything... Jesus, go give her a Kleenex. I think that our life is... I mean... Yeah, I feel like everything...
You really think it's all planned out?
I think you can't change...
You have any free will?
I don't think that you can change fate. I believe that.
So everything in your life is fate, down to what you have for breakfast tomorrow? I
think so.
Really?
That's kind of where I find my comfort. I wasn't raised with a lot of religion, so that gives me some type of comfort. I don't necessarily...
I wasn't raised with religion either, but that's... I don't know. I just don't think that. Which is fine. I don't mean, you don't have to think the way I think.
I just don't think it's that serious either. It's like... When people say everything happens for a reason, the reason doesn't have to be this huge thing. It's just because, like, oh, the reason was that was the food that was nearest.
Right.
And that to me is also like a way of fate, because I am in the place I am, so I can do these things.
I guess I feel like though we all make choices that lead us down certain paths.
And I feel like those choices are supposed to happen.
Predetermined?
Yeah, I do believe
I
that.
don't.
Well, here we are. That's what we think, girl.
I've never thought like too much in depth about it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I believe in free will and like you make the choices based on where you want your life to go.
I think reading Oedipus really affected me
Hmm.
my sophomore year of high school. Just because he thought that he had the free will, and it ended up happening anyway, what the gods told him. And it's all fiction. You know, I know that I don't wake up and being like, this is fate. But I do think that, I don't know. I just, hey, tomorrow I could be like, I don't really, I'm going to choose what I want to do freely. I don't know. But I think fate is very interesting to me, and I think that it's something that you can't mess with. Like I like the stories like the Final Destinations, how people cheat death, they cheat their fate. That concept of you have a set plan to your life, and if you go against that it all like it changes the universe. I like that concept. I don't necessarily like root all my beliefs and everything in it, but I do think it's interesting, and I do think it's like something I can understand to a bit. Or the butterfly effect. I just think those are interesting concepts, and I think they can be realistic.
Yeah.
But no one really knows ever.
About ghosts.
Ooh. No, I don't believe in ghosts. I think we make ghosts up. I don't think there's really ghosts. Do you think there's ghosts?
I don't know.
Have you ever experienced a ghost? Or felt like someone was there? Wanted somebody to be
Yeah.
there?
Yeah. Like I had a well, I guess it could have been a ghost. I don't know. But I had this one experience where I was sleeping and I was dreaming, and in my dream somebody like kissed me on the cheek or the forehead or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt it. Like I felt it in real life.
Oh, wow.
And I woke up and I could still like feel it on my face, kind of thing.
Who kissed you?
In my dream, or
Yeah.
I don't remember.
So it wasn't like a passed away loved one?
No. But I felt it so much to where I asked my mom, like, hey, did you come in this morning before you left for work and like kiss me on the forehead or the cheek or something? And she was like, oh no, I did not.
That stuff makes me want to cry.
And I was like, okay, you're lying. Because it was like, I know like dreams can be super real, but like I felt it on my skin when I woke up too. You know, like when you
yeah.
like it like lingers a little bit. So that must have been right before I woke up in my that in my dream it must have been right before I woke up.
That's such an interesting time, right? When you're like half awake, half asleep, and
Yeah.
early.
So that's why I was like, oh, it's probably not a like I dreamt it because it happened in real life.
Or you forgot that your mom had come in, and it was just like a mesh of dream and reality.
But then I asked her, and she said no, and there was nobody else that would have done that.
Those are very emotional stories.
Yeah. So I mean, like, not that like I think a ghost came and kissed me, but I just don't know what that was. It was really weird. It was a weird phenomenon.
How do you feel? I'm not asking if it's right or wrong, but like how do you what emotions get brought up in you with the idea of like a guardian angel or an angel saving your life or kissing you. Does that do anything for you emotionally?
Not particularly.
Mm. It
But
warms
I
my heart.
also,
I think that it makes me feel like, I don't know, at peace a little bit. It's a cute little concept.
yeah,
Angels. And then
yeah.
contrasting that, it's demons.
I think, I don't know. Like, I would love to think or feel like my uncle or my grandma, like they're watching out for me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't, I don't really know if I feel that. Like, maybe it's too soon after my grandma, but my uncle's been gone for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never, there have been some weird things with that too, though. Like with him.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Didn't your mom say that you said something when you were younger?
no,
Or no?
no.
Or you feel
It,
like you're going to see him, right?
yeah, yeah. That's just me. I feel like one day I'm gonna be like in some foreign city or something walking down the street and like I see him and then we're not gonna talk to each other, but we're just gonna know like, yeah, I know you. And then we're just gonna like nod at each other and keep going.
I feel like that's going to be the end of your romantic comedy that you write
That's what it
yourself.
that's like in my head, that's what I picture. Like obviously it won't be romantic because he's my uncle, but like when
Well,
you
yeah,
see an
it'd be a
old
subplot.
friend,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like when you see an old friend and you're like, you know, in a movie. I feel like
Yeah.
in real life you might like go up to them and be like, "Hey," but
Yeah. It's only
in
in a
my mind
movie.
that's not what we do. We just keep on passing. But no, but the other thing was like I don't know why this like we equated my uncle to a ladybug. Maybe he liked
Yeah,
ladybugs. I
I
don't
do the same
remember.
thing in my family. We have we equate my cousin to a butterfly and my grandma to a
Yeah.
dragonfly. And when you see
My
the
grandma's a dragonfly.
no way.
Yeah, I always used to when I was younger. I was not the best. Well, I was okay. I always did like color me mine or
Oh
like
yeah,
painted
yeah.
earth type things and like so I would make plates or bowls for like my grandma or my mom or dad for their birthdays because I didn't obviously have any money to go buy them a gift and I didn't know
Mhm.
what they wanted. So I made my grandma for her birthday a long time ago a plate with like it was like a nature scene and there was dragonflies because she loves dragonflies and so we or I don't know if the rest of my family does, but I'm sure my mom does. Like we
Mhm.
equate her with a dragonfly.
My grandma too. That's so crazy.
Yeah. But so my uncle is a ladybug. Don't know why. Don't remember why.
Just things
Um,
happen. Things are.
yeah. And so one time my mom was um, getting in her car to go to work, and her car had been in the garage all night, and then all the windows were up, and obviously the garage is closed. And there was a little ladybug on her passenger seat, but it was kind of like, but it wasn't obviously it wasn't there like the night before when she came home, and then
Mm.
she didn't go anywhere. Like there's no real way unless it was like in the air vents or something.
But she felt
Maybe
that was
yeah, she
him.
felt like it was like a sign from
Mm.
my uncle because it was pretty soon after his passing.
That's what makes me want to
So
cry.
I don't know. I feel like because I definitely don't consider myself a religious person, but I think I'm spiritual,
Hmm.
you know? And I think there is something bigger out there that we don't know about or like we can't really explain it. I'm just not personally sure if it's God or
Right.
Jesus or
I feel the same.
stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
So,
What's the Mormon one? I guess it's Jesus, right? I don't know. Anyway, sorry.
yeah. But yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
if
think the
I don't know how I
ultimate
feel about
mystical
ghosts.
creature would be God. that idea of if that's out there. I don't know. Hope so. I hope something's out there.
I think it's just because I do think like there's things that like we can't necessarily explain.
Yeah, I agree.
So
You work for
I
him,
don't know. I work for who?
God.
Oh, I was like, what? I thought you meant my Mars guy. I was like, he's not God.
No, and also I think that names have a lot of power, like a secret power. And my name has a power. I feel like because my name is Angela, I've had people like come up to me when I say my name is Angela. And by people, I mean one woman at Michael's craft store. After I said my name was Angela, she said, "Do you know what your name means? It means messenger of God." And I was like, "Thank you. I know. I am a messenger of God." So I feel like when I do something good, I don't know if I'm a messenger of God or what, because I do some pretty ungodly things. I'm like, maybe I'm working for the wrong guy.
I feel
But
like I what I believe in the most is like Mother Nature.
oh yeah, it's just like science and nature and the evolution of life. That seems to make the most sense to me personally than a book, because you can see
But
nature just
also,
happen right
I
in
don't
front of your
know.
eyes.
Yeah,
I think we
I don't
know.
really know. Who's
I think
we?
we
Like
know.
you and I are.
I think deep down humans know that it's gonna be just a death. We've seen death happen. It's gonna be dark. It's gonna be like nothing, and it'll be okay. We'll be safe. But it's like I think humans have a survival and an innate knowledge of our that we're gonna die. Like we're one of the only creatures that know that we're gonna die. We think. So I think that that determines a lot of how our society operates, our culture operates, what we believe in. And we try to make up like not only religion to keep ourselves from fearing death, but entertainment, such as like politics or TV or economy, things like that to keep us surviving and distracting ourselves from like, oh my God, we're going to die.
Right, the inevitability of death.
Because it's like, don't do this or else you're going to die. Wear your seatbelt. Don't do this. There's things it's like, well, we're going to die anyway. So I don't know. We try to keep ourselves safe from dying sooner when it's like, well, it's like we're scared. Don't go outside. Don't cough. Don't do this. Don't do this. This is how you keep going, keep living. But that's the big idea.
I guess I'm scared to die, and I don't really want to.
I'm afraid it's
But
gonna hurt. I'm afraid of it hurting. What are
like
you?
if you go in your sleep, or what do you mean?
Like I'm
Or like if
afraid.
you're shot,
Mm,
like
um,
you're for like I don't. Okay, sorry. Explain.
I guess yeah. I'm afraid of like when I die, what that pain is gonna be like. Kind of like before you get a tattoo, like you're scared of the pain. I'm scared of the pain that's gonna come with death. Just ultimate, like well, no matter how I die, suffocation, being crushed. Um,
I feel like most people don't die that way though.
my grandpa
Like,
died from suffocation. His lungs filled with fluid in the hospital.
well,
Like suffocation,
okay.
not like I'm in a bubble, but like
That's what I thought you meant.
natural
Oh,
suffocation or
okay.
like your heart failing. Like that's gotta hurt. Like getting hit hurts. Imagine hit so hard that you die, but then you won't really feel it. And then it's like, are you scared of the afterlife? Are you scared you're gonna go up to God and be like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't know." What are you scared of?
Uh, just that I won't be here.
Are you scared for your family or you're scared of that idea?
I guess just that idea that, like, when that's it. You know? Like, when you're dead, you're dead. You're not coming back, bro.
Do you feel a responsibility to, like, have to contribute to your life, or do you just feel like, what the fuck was that for?
Well, there's things I want to do and experience, but then at the end of the day, it's kind of like, why?
Yeah, what
It's not like
matters.
I'm going to remember it when I die.
Yeah.
But, like, I'll remember when I'm living, so.
Yeah, and that's in the Mexican culture, Dia de los Muertos. It's like, if you have people above on Earth remembering your existence, then that's how you are kept alive.
I guess, yeah, I
You're
guess
kept
I'm
alive for
afraid that
legacy.
people are going to forget about me.
Yeah, and that's why people have children.
But people will forget about me, and that's fine.
Well, I mean,
People forget
yeah.
about me now.
We forgot about our great-great-great-great-grandmother. Like, do you know your great-great-great-great-great-grandmother?
Kind of, but that's only because my grandma, I've never met her, obviously, but that's only because my grandma was really into, like, lineage and genealogy and all that stuff, so I would do that with her.
Well, then you're fine. Just keep that tradition going. If
Well,
you
I don't
adopt
want to do
children,
it.
make sure you teach them. Well, then that's how you keep your legacy alive.
No, I will. I don't know. I don't know.
I know. I think people, like, recently there's ancestry.com and people are interested in that, but some people, including
My
myself,
grandma did my DNA with that thing.
we need to make
I'm
that
from
a more important thing.
Nigeria.
Syria?
No, Nigeria.
Nigeria? Really?
Hmm.
I didn't know that. We should go to Nigeria together.
Not right now.
We don't have to go right now.
You know what's happening in Nigeria at the moment?
I do not.
The SARS stuff.
Oh, there's something.
I don't fully understand it, but
SARS is a virus, no?
no, it stands for something. It's like a police force.
Oh, how they're killing people for
Yeah.
protesting?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I mean, SARS is a
virus.
virus too, yeah. I think
Yeah,
that's what it's
I
called,
did see
right?
a post about it. I don't know. SARS is the virus for sure. It might be
I
an
think
acronym for something.
that's what it is too. An acronym for something.
Well, hopefully.
Our world is just, you know what I'm afraid of? That I'm not even going to make it to like 80 because our world's going to end before that. That's my true fear.
I just try to live to make myself happy because I know deep down I have this feeling that I'm not going to live very long. I don't know. I feel like
Choice or
well, I don't want to say it out loud because I'm scared that it's going to get manifested.
oh.
I think to myself, I'll be like, well, I think I want to live for a really long time. And then you get your palm read, and my lifeline is like redonk. It's like I'm gonna live forever. But in my heart, I'm like, the way that I'm living and the things I've been through, it's like fuck. I don't think I'm gonna go very long. I think I'm gonna make it to like, I don't even know if I'll make it to 30. Like I think I'm gonna die. I think I'm gonna die young.
I think you're going to make it to 30.
I
You better
don't.
make it to 30.
I just have this weird feeling of like I've done so much and lived. Like I've seen a lot. Not like a lot, but enough. And it's like, God, how much longer? I'm not gonna kill myself, but I'm just saying, like, I've always had this deep feeling of like a maturity in me, and I always gave purpose to that. The purpose of me being so mature so quickly is because I'm gonna die early. I'm gonna live to be 100 and something.
If I could live forever without like if vampires were real, you know how like you turn into like whatever age you are when you're a vampire, when you turn into a vampire, that's what you stay. So like maybe when I'm like 28, turn into a vampire and then live forever.
Is that what you want? That's your dream?
Yeah.
I want to live forever as I am now.
21.
21, baby.
I don't know. I guess 24 is fine. I guess young enough to where I can like do stuff forever, you know?
Mm-hmm. All right, last question. And then we can end this little podcast. We got a lot said. I like this podcast.
This is a little deep at the end. It's a
People
little
are gonna
sad.
wait a second.
Next
This is
week
supposed to be
is
Halloween.
going to be funny.
Yeah, next week.
Next week's not really a podcast. Next week's a vlog.
Yes. We're going to be
vlog.
vlogging. It's just going to be on YouTube. We're not going to do Spotify. It's not like people listen to Spotify anyway.
I do.
I don't.
Well,
to each his own. Last question, Hannah.
Yes.
Would you want to be immortal if you could be?
Yes.
Ask me if I would want to be immortal.
Would you?
No.
I knew it.
Look at us.
I actually have another question to just end it on a more fun note.
Okay.
What was your favorite Halloween costume you've ever had?
I was like 5 and I was just like this scary ass vampire beach. I was just like, I wanted to be something scary. I put on white face makeup and like red lips and like dark eyebrows and a wig and a cape and just my normal clothes. And I was just like this punk rock evil person. I just always wanted to be evil. Scary was my favorite, not really like, I'm Snow White. I wanted to be the fucking devil. What's your favorite Halloween costume?
I was either a freshman or a sophomore, and my friend and I were peanut butter and jelly. So I was jelly, so I wore all purple, and then we made toast out of cardboard and like made them like backpacks and walked around like holding hands, and she wore all brown. It's cute. I think I have a picture of it, so if I'll find it and show it to you, but
if you can find it before, I can edit it in right here.
Or we could post it on the Instagram too.
Yeah. Favorite Halloween costumes. I'll send you the picture of my favorite Halloween costume because there's a picture of me like 5 years old on Facebook. And we'll post that.
I had some cute ones when I was a baby too. I was a cowgirl, a lion.
I was a flower. Power Ranger. Leopard.
I was never a Power Ranger.
Should I post
I was Mrs. Potts one year. My mom had a Mrs. Potts costume. I wore it to school in high school.
That's a good
I did some funny stuff in high school. I didn't have a lot of friends, but I did some funny stuff. Like I wore my headgear.
Joanne the Scammer. Do you know who Joanne the Scammer is?
Yeah, but I don't know what they look like. I forgot.
It was like a man, and then he put the wig on.
But what? Why am I thinking the wig is green? Is the wig not green?
No, it's just like a black bob.
It's blonde?
No, it's black.
Oh, it's black.
It's a black bob with a beard
okay.
and the big fur coat. I was doing
a
scammer. So funny.
Yeah, I was Mrs. Potts.
A headgear? Were you like a...
Oh, that was just for like nerd day or whatever.
Your actual headgear.
My actual headgear. People were like, where'd you get that? The fucking dentist, bro. People were like, that's the best one I've seen. I'm like, I know.
Because it's real. It's my reality, Jacob.
Yeah. I have to wear it to bed every night.
I wish I had some headgear.
Why?
Because my retainers are collecting dust in the corner. A headgear I could actually get behind.
It's so uncomfortable.
I would need to get refitted for some retainers. But
I haven't worn my retainers in years.
It work like that. Okay, I'm gonna end this recording here.
I know we're like
we're like me.
Okay, well, tune in next week where it's gonna be a vlog. We're gonna do something still Halloween-ish, but we had to get tickets for Sunday, not in October, but day after. It's fine, whatever.
It's okay. So you're gonna get a Halloween vlog in November.
Yeah,
first Friday in November. So stay tuned. Thank you for joining us. Happy Halloween. Stay safe. Stay inside.
Wear your mask if you're going to go out.
Yes. And comment down below if you believe in aliens or any type of mythical creature or anything.
Supernatural.
Yes. Goodbye, good night, stay spooky, ooky, and kooky, and we'll see you next week for the Halloween vlog.